It's a bit overwhelming, yeah. It's all right. And also, that's making the overwhelm of energy into more restless as well, right? Yeah, for those who are absolutely new, first time here, welcome, welcome. My name is Srimanju Katragadda. I'm based here in Pacific Northwest, and I'm Akashic channeler. Reiki master teacher and cacao ceremonies I hold, and also do come here live every full moon and new moon, bringing in the Akashic transmissions. It just gives us a kind of a overview or kind of make us understand what we are going through. It's just not us, but in the collective field as well, what's happening. And as I begin the transmissions, I'll always share is like take what resonates with you. Something doesn't resonate, leave it behind. And let's get started. Do let me know which parts are resonating with you and how you're feeling about it, and what's showing up in your field as well. And the second part will be channeling into the Reiki energy and help in rebalancing, realigning our energy centers. A good bit of a rest after consumption of information is always great, right? And you can be in a relaxed state and receive information, or you got a journal or something to write down. Great. If it's your first time for Reiki as well, do let me know, and let's get started. So the topic, the headline they gave for this one is transitions, and I'm going to look into my page as well so I don't miss any information. So in case you feel like, oh, I'm looking down, but it is into my notes. Yeah. Joining from Milan. Wow. 10 o'clock. Yeah. Thank you so much for holding up. Hopefully you'll have a good sleep after this. So, slowing down to catch the path and maneuver is what's best showing up for us in our horizon. It's more about, like, a lot of things are asking us to slow down, like, right? Like, you're going in 120 kilometer speed and you have to take a left or a right turn. You really need to slow down. Slowing down is not a bad thing, but to safely maneuver, we just can't do at 120 unless you're in a racetrack or something, right? So that is where this energy is feeling like uncomfort because we are settled into the speed and we are getting into the destination as well. But there is a slight change in the way we are getting into the destination. Slowing down to recalibrate our path is coming into our awareness. And if you are feeling called into, like, pausing, reflecting where you are laying the paths or the foundations into your future, this is the most important timings that we are coming into that cross road junction as well, knowing, like, oh yeah, is this a left turn or the right turn or a u-turn? Did I miss an exit? So you're really catching up and paying attention to everything what's happening around you as well. If you have been feeling a lot of scattered energies, it's about, like, in the collective field as well, we are noticing the scattered energies of it. Recentering these scattered energies is helping to redirect the path of the awareness. So even think about, like, where is the scatteredness coming in? Where is that restless energy coming in from? Asking those questions and feeling uncomfort to get to the comfort of it. Yeah, because many times we get into the autopilot until, like, we hit to the rock bottom or the spiritual awakening. We kind of, like, take one step at a time or reflect into it. Most of the times, in the trainings of the mindfulness, it's all about, like, do one task, like, with the presence of mind, and go to the next one. But generally, like, in this day and age, it's getting more and more challenging to do one task at a time. And especially for women, we have always been shown to multitask multiple things at a time, right? So this is the very much of a scattered energies coming through because we are not being grounded and we are trying to do multiple things, but also a lot of energy is being released out of us rather than being accumulated and put our intentions, our energies into one thing at a time. So you may notice that as well. And Be in the flow of the shift and resist it. Surrender into the moments. That's the most important thing, right? The more we resist, the more energy is pulled back, and we get more uncomfortable. Like the tightness in our fist, we do make into it. Yeah. Tsunami of energies are being overloaded with this new information. We have to take time to ask ourselves, what is it teaching us? You may be noticing a lot of dreams or like downloads in your meditations, a lot of information or a lot of your own interest is emerging that you want to dwell on to particular things. You want to absorb, you want to learn a lot about things. So, which is also like, separating us rather than unifying us into being in not an overwhelm, but knowing that, oh, I'm interested in something. Let me really clear up my calendar to really put myself into this learning new path of it, because there is something that's been drawn into our field of awareness about things. Yeah. The guides were talking about like even asking ourselves the question, what am I experiencing? Why am I experiencing? How do I feel into this awareness that I'm experiencing right now? So these questions really help us to ponder deep down rather than just again blindly follow into leading the path with unsurety. And this helps us into grounding and knowing. Grounding is anchoring, like, the plants that are the trees that are really grounded, they do give us a lot of flowers and the fruits as well, right? The more the stability we have, the more the anchor deep inside within ourselves we have, we prosper better, we feel much lighter as well here. Knowing there is something scattered, especially at the ground root chakra of ourselves, is where we feel like, limitations coming in, not clarity, procrastination, not able to take actions or not able to be sustainable as well. So we are bringing all that energy within ourselves. The hardest thing is to really go inwards, to do the work, where we have been again trained is to always be outside and be disconnected with our hearts. But more and more, the calling of our heart centers, heart activations, connecting into this moment is so aligned and so strong in the field at this moment of time. Yeah. Allow the dreams to flow and dream from your heart. Don't confine or don't limit your dreams into a certain possibilities or certain expectations. Give yourself dream big, like, right? What was the last time that you dreamed and the vision took a path, or you felt that dream coming true as well, right? We do kind of think about like, oh, dreams do happen overnight, like, they have to be instant, they have to be quick and fast. But some of the dreams we weave into is a very long term as well, and knowing that this is something really powerful is where we are letting it flow as well. Even like a baby to be born has to take those 40 weeks, right? Like, full formation of it. And that is like, dream of being a parent and going through that 40 weeks is so important for us. Like, anytime earlier is not going to be safe enough or like need help as well. So here again, ask yourself, what are you dreaming? What is your bigger visions as well? Are you confining, limiting yourself, or are you like sidetracking yourself from the main vision of what you're dreaming about as well? The past awakening moments are laying the foundations to the future self. So this is one of the most important things, like, even to acknowledge yourself. What have you done in the past? Like, that you need to appreciate yourself, because again, we are always on the go. We don't celebrate much of our beingness, of what we are anchoring into it. And those foundations could be like not rock solid. So it's about time again we rock solid our foundations with our beliefs as well. The beliefs have been coming in for the last couple of moon cycles as well, like you strengthen, regrain into it. So if it is showing up for you to recheck into your beliefs, it's a great thing. Like, you're really paying attention to your thoughts, where it is flowing into, and allowing that cadence to come in. Follow the natural cycles that bring in harmony in your life. Your flow and the speed for you is the ideal, even though, like, someone can take a U turn or left turn at, like, 15 miles per hour. Maybe you need, like, 10 miles per hour, but your speed is the most important thing, like, rather than the comparison of anything. Again, in our modern world, we have been shown always the comparisons to succeed rather than knowing our own inner strengths to compete with our own selves, right? Like, to be a better version from yesterday is more ideal than someone else, because someone else, the path they walked is different. Someone else gifts are different to our own gifts, because the more we compare, we are forgetting that we have our own gifts as well, and we make ourselves so small, right? So this is about the time to change that narrative and the description for ourselves and move into alignment. The physical aspects of it, like, let me know if you guys are feeling any of it, like tiredness, restless, insomnia, gut flares, dehydration, no matter how much water you're drinking, fears and emotional releases are happening too. So these are the pivotal moments of our life that we are experiencing, and this year itself, in the last 6 months, so much has happened, so many waves we went through, up and downs. It's tremendous, like, even to look back, think about, like, oh, all this happened this year itself, and we are still only halfway through. That is the speed that we are going into, rather than, underestimating at times, is like, I haven't done enough, but there is so much been happening at the underneath layer of it that we need to celebrate ourselves. Yeah. So anyone feeling those physical symptoms, do let me know. And the dreams as well, so your dreams could be a bit of information gathering, that you're feeling not having good enough sleep through, because so many things that we couldn't process in the daytime, through the dream realm is where we are doing the work. And the guides were talking about make time for the heart desires. What does it feel into? Asking ourselves, not only what you're experiencing, but connecting with the heart is so important. That's the strength that we are bringing in alignment with the heart and the mind as well, rather than just mind racing us into the destination, but following into, is this my destination? Is this what I deserve in? Is this what my calling is into? So you're really holding yourself into the seat of the steering wheel, and taking that turns. That's the most important thing. It's your vehicle, and you are in control of it. Yeah. What is it feel into you, your heart desires, and what is your soul excited about? That's the most important thing, to make notes about it, rather logical about everything, like even into inviting the playfulness is coming a lot as well. Last week I was holding a cacao ceremony to nurture your inner child, so playfulness is so important. One of the key things, like, many times, the so-called buzzword of the spiritual movement, we do forget, like, to have joyful, playful times as well. We get so serious about, like, oh, I need to read all these spiritual books, like understand the laws, everything, like, right, like the quantum field. But here in this moment, we are forgetting all this can also be done a little loose up, more play, blow the bubbles. It could be dunk your feet into the sand and get messy. Do the things that without expectations, you're inviting in the joy as well. Yeah, a friend of mine said, like, rolling on the ground is so playful. So invite that into your own capacity, in whatever way direction you want to lead this into. Create time for inviting in the joy. It is a time of endings and the beginnings of the new path. So we are really at a crucial times, as we are ending a lot of things, and beginning new things. For that is deep gratitude comes into, oh yeah, these things, these tasks, these projects are complete now. I'm not going to invest more time into it. It could be, serving a family member who is not ready to be served, like thinking about, do I really want to do this? Is that my desire, or is it their desire to receive in help even? So you're kind of realigning yourself into feeling into the flow and strengthening up your flow. That's the most important thing, with checking in, asking ourselves, and nothing wrong about, like, keep asking ourselves. It could be multiple times a day. You're sitting with this uncomfort of it till you become more comfortable. That's the most important thing. Inner work is uncomfortable, but afterwards you will feel so lighter, uplifted, regained your energies, and recenter yourself. So get into the flow of that parts that you're creating in. And feel into the information that is being guided to you internally, getting us ready to open the doors of the possibilities and the changes you have been waiting for a long time. Some of you might have noticed, like, that you have already opened up, taken the leap of faith, like, manifesting new things and receiving those possibilities as well. Or some of us are getting just ready to open those doors, right? Like there is a calling bell comes on, like, you need to walk up to the door to open the door. And you could be in the process of like until the opening of the door, anywhere in between, but it's all towards the progressiveness of what you're bringing in, what the possibilities are being aligned within yourself. Being prepared with the solstice energy is also taking place as this weekend we are going to have the summer solstice here. So we are coming into the center point of like closing, opening, and also the center point of ourselves, like as inviting the equal parts of it. It could be the masculine feminine energies within ourselves rising up to the unified consciousness, or it could be the yin and yang, or kind of like yes, pull and push, the tug of war. So all this is being the experience of the restlessness might be showing up with the situation, circumstances, the work or relationships, but it's all into the progressiveness of to the next step of the uncomfort, right? Like the more you feel restlessness at your workplace, the more you will think about it, what brings you joy, and why are you sacrificing your joy for something that you're not being acknowledged. And that makes you even to think a leap of faith into starting your business, or looking for upgrade in your skills, like or looking out for what are the possibilities of a job as well, right? Even though there is a whole crisis happening with the job market right now, rather than thinking about like, oh, what are the chances of me getting a job, but also like what is the chances of miracles happening, right? Like playing into the other part is so important, with that playfulness that invites us into the possibilities. On individual parts, there is nothing wrong. At times in the field, like when we do our own work, be in our own, until we meet our soul tribe, we feel like something is wrong. I'm sleeping longer, like I'm tired, I'm restless, like I'm feeling cranky, all that. But like when we come in together, we realize like, oh, we are all sharing the similar emotions, similar feelings. So it's something is bigger than what we can understand at times. So noticing, having our soul tribe is so important in this growth of it, that we push each other in comfortable manners or pull each other out of it as well. That's the most important thing to be remembering about. We are realigning and moving towards the alignment. The uncomfort is coming from detaching to the known. So if you are feeling like, oh yeah, I'm closing this, but I'm so comfortable, like, job example itself, like, for so long I have served in this company, in this team. I'm so uncomfortable, even though I'm like wanting to look for a new job, like, so asking yourself, like, why are you even resisting, or why are you even feeling the pull of something new you want and excitement you want in your life, right? So those are the derives of your heart center that will be helping you guide you into the direction that you want to lead further into. And this is about that detaching of the known, but also stepping into the unknown of it, which is also for our favor. But the mind matrix has always defined unknown is danger, rather than it's adventure, exploring for ourselves, right? Like, so that's the most important thing, having your caution, having your headlights on, but still going in towards that unknown is where you're feeling curious about life, rather than taking it for granted as, oh yeah, it's just the same day, like groundhog kind of a feel, like same waking moment, same working times, like same meeting people, come back tired, exhausted, and go back to sleep, or no sleep, like doom scroll. All these are something that we have been known, familiarized ourselves, but like there is more to it. Like we are kind of dreaming about the life we want to explore about it. Like a lot of people are inclining towards like allotments or farming, or right now summer, like wanting to do more gardening, or restructuring your home as well. So there are many things of a new projects might be coming up into your horizon. Not everything means spiritual act of our purpose is about like to serve others, but as we serve ourselves, that's the most important thing. We are co-creating into the bigger expansion of serving each other as well. Yeah. The dust under the carpet is being addressed into the known field. Like, if you're dusting up your home, like, or fluffing up your pillows, there's a lot of dust around, and you're realizing, like, oh, this is where, like, oh, let's close the vent, like, or let's do a deep cleanse as well. And recognizing there is something movement of it, and then settling into the flow of what you're reestablishing. Of course, until you settle down, like, a month or few weeks or few days, it's going to be kind of a wary of it, but also like you're very vigilant, like, your nervous system is alert, but in a good way, because you're also checking in as per your desire rather than someone pushing you into that uncomfort field of it. Yeah. So those are the most important things. Anticipating the field with the energy healing, meditations, anchoring, strengthening the force beneath us will all help into rooting, grounding, anchoring. That's the most important thing with the transitions. Transitions always are welcome, most important too, as well. Either we like it or not, when we do with our choices, we collect all our tools and go ahead and bring our soul companion, soul tribe into this journey as well, because you are excited and you want everyone else to take this trip because it's so beautiful, so lighthearted at the end of it, right? Like, if you go to a place like recently, a couple of weeks I have been to the caves, and I was talking to my soul tribe, like, go explore it. Like, yes, it is harder, but also there is a lighter version to it. Like, so we can always have a choice, but feel into the energies of it. If it calls into someone doesn't have a dark phobia, is really welcome. So that is where the adventurer in us is coming to alive and wanting to explore things. So this is what the guides have given for this new moon. I'm just going to pause and check in with you guys. How are you feeling with this information? Does it resonate? Does it feel aligned with what you're experiencing right now? One of the other things, please do comment here, and let's have that interaction. One of the things that I've also noticed a pattern is over the last 2 weeks, a lot of people are rechecking to the energies and re-questioning their past that they already felt a little kind of a glimpse a couple of years ago. It's not even a glimpse, like, past few weeks or months. The old things that we haven't shown up to is coming back now alive. Yeah. So that's another possibility that you might be also witnessing. Like, the newness, the new project may not be new. You already thought about it, but you didn't have the bandwidth. Now it's the bandwidth is being created to allow into the frequency of receiving. So there is a lot happening in our nervous system. So definitely, ideally, like, receiving energy healing, doing a group meditations, or going to chiropractor or a massage, like anything that helps you as an individual. That's the most important thing, rather than like checking, I'm so needy, I'm so demanding, I need all this. Like, yes, to make ourselves a better than yesterday. Definitely, we need some of the tools to make us in alignment. And that is where we are exploring ourselves. How else can we align ourselves? Taking salt baths is the ideal way as well. If you love waters, talk to the waters, drink more. One of the parts of the dehydration they showed up is interesting. Anyone feeling into it? Um, I've been like drinking gallons of water, and still I was feeling like it wasn't enough. So I was topping up with some mineral salt, some lemon to make it more hydrated for the body, or even adding in electrolytes will help as well. Yeah, so you feel more agile, more with your movement rather than the stiffness, right? So that's the most important thing. The water element is speaking to us so alive. How is everyone feeling? Which parts do you resonate? The more we are sailing in this river of change, we are really working on the uncomforts. And only I would say is the bravest do this work. The more the vulnerable we become, the more stronger we become as well. It's not the easiest role we have taken on, but also doing it with our friends, the connected people, becomes it much easier to lift each other. It becomes more playfulness rather than be very like, serious about things. Serious makes us to be very narrow focus into rather than the focus out of our horizon is so needed to look out what else is there. Yeah. Whenever I go on retreats or trails, like with a group of bunch, like, I'm always the last one because I'm a slow walker. And if there is uphill and everything, the people who hold the space for me, walk with me, we get to experience different things rather than the people who walk faster. Even in Guatemala, like there were some caves we got to witness because I was slow, like, I was feeling into the incense. Where is it coming from? And little detour, experience that, and then come back into the flow of things. So it's kind of exciting as well, like, being at your own pace, being comfortable with yourself, getting to know yourself from different aspects, perspectives is so important. Yeah. So let's head to the next part, receiving Reiki energy. Let me know if anyone is new to Reiki or you got an intention. That'll be the best to flow with it because the energy goes where the intention goes in. Either you have a physical discomfort or you're super tired and you want to have a good sleep, rest, like, or the restlessness to wave off. These are beautiful intentions. Or you have a long-term health condition to make it ease as well. And to receive help, even like, sometimes that also is a very awkward place to receive help because we are always the givers. To receive is technique or like a tool that we have to learn as we grow up, right? Being uncomfortable with that, but also then, you can be so comfortable. And then we appreciate people who ask for some help. It's like, oh my God, it's not easy, but glad they're asking and I can show up now. So let me know your intentions in the comments and we'll get started. Need the clarity on the next steps to take. I love that. I do feel I'm being asked to let go of old experiences that no longer serve us. Revelations. Love that. Just going to play the music. Hope you can hear it. Remember with Reiki, receiving in, you don't need to do anything. You just need to relax yourself with undisturbed time. No scrolling. Definitely that helps in going inwards and filling in all, like, let's say, even the potholes it could be, or rebalancing these energy centers, feel into the frequency of it. And if your mind is getting you into a thought zone, come back with your breath. Just checking from YouTube as well. Being playful keeps you feeling alive, so easy and so rewarding. Yeah, absolutely. But also the hardest thing to take time to be playful, especially when we are not surrounded by younger children, right? Like when the children are younger, it's easier to get playful, but also we are physically so tired. But later on, it's like we really need to put it in the calendar and find a new way to be playful. It helps our relationship with ourselves, relationship with others too. Forgiveness or a change of perspective about certain events, more joy and play after all this suffering in the field. Yeah. Is the music too loud or is it good for you guys? Yes, it's good. So, all right. So let's go inwards by gently closing your eyes and settling into the space for about 20 minutes or so. Let's have a full blast of the energy and receiving. Be open. Let the energy flow into your highest good. What one generally feels is tingle sensations, pins and needles, or twitches, tummy grumbling, falling asleep, snoring. Anything can happen because it's your body processing it, receiving it as well. And just even saying, like, receiving it from my highest good, to bring in whatever your intentions are about. Yeah. So witness and have fun with this playfulness. Yeah. So closing your eyes, taking a nice deep breath in and out, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your neck, and gently breathing out. And once again, breathing in, loosening up your jaws, loosening up your feet, relaxing your toes, and breathing out. As you're gently settling in, calling in the guides, Dr. Mikao Sai, Reiki energy to flow for our highest good through this technology, through this space and time, for the highest good with your intentions. Feel the energy moving through your crown, breathing in, receiving, relaxing in at your crown center. Notice this beautiful vortex field expanding, releasing anything that's not serving, clearing up, and magnetizing the connection to the source of your knowingness, the source of receiving. Taking deep breaths, making the connection at the top of your head, the crown, as you're receiving the healing. And even saying the affirmations, I'm easily connected to my higher self. I invite the guidance. Breathing in and out, relaxing, releasing anything that's not serving for the highest good. And letting this new moon energy settle us down into connecting into our heart desires. And gently moving into the awareness of your third eye between your eyebrows. Feel this vortex field expanding, receiving in the Reiki energy to illuminate, ignite, and open up your clairs, your gifts that you're holding within yourself, giving yourself the permission to feel into these clairs, clear audience, clear sentience, clear hearing, clear feeling, clear empathy. The intuition, the knowingness that you carry as your natural strength to ignite in, cleansing, clearing anything that's holding you back, any beliefs that are holding you back to be released. Bathe in this beautiful indigo light. Taking nice deep breaths as you feel the tightness, relaxation coming through your third eye. And gently bringing that awareness into your throat center, feeling into this beautiful, vibrant blue color, receiving in the Reiki energy, opening, expanding into your throat chakra to receive information, to speak your truth. Relaxing into your neck muscles, your throat. And gently with your breath, drawing that energy into your heart center. Feel into this vortex energy of your sacred heart. Receiving in the Reiki energy to release anything that's not serving for your highest good. And feel into this beautiful green color, expanding this vortex field, opening to receive. Loving yourself, being more compassionate to yourself. Being in your own admirer, the cheerleader for yourself. Breathing in, receiving more of Reiki energy into your heart center. And gently moving that energy down into your solar plexus chakra, upper belly, cleansing, clearing your gut, the toxins, the energies that are holding, inviting in the playfulness, the inner child connection, the power center to come in together, to strengthen up, to guide us into the path that we are leaning forward. Feel the energies of activation coming through in your solar plexus chakra. Feel into this bright yellow color spinning, activating. Bringing in the joy, the lightness, clearing up anything that's not serving for the highest good. Letting that energy gently move down into your sacral chakra, lower belly, and feel this vortex of energy moving, spinning, activating the emotions that we carry in through our sacral chakra, inviting in the creativity, the flow of expressions, the remembrance of our gifts, talents that we carry in this soul. Breathing in and out, receiving in the Reiki energy for the highest good. Gently becoming aware of this energy moving down into your root chakra, the base of your spine, cleansing, clearing any limiting thoughts, beliefs, strengthening, anchoring our desires, our dreams. Taking deeper breaths to anchor this energy. And now receiving the Reiki energy through your hips, thighs, your knees, lower legs, ankles, toes, feet. Cleansing, clearing these scattered energies to bring more in alignment of what you're serving. And receiving the Reiki energy at your shoulders, elbows, hands, wrist, palms, fingers, into your spine, unloading the burden and becoming light as a feather in receiving healing. Becoming aware and bringing in clarity of our dreams, our visions. And gently placing your palms on your heart center, receiving the information with your intentions in subtle knowingness, awareness. And fill your auric field with this beautiful Reiki energy, shielding, protecting us in a bubble of light. With this awareness and the new information, and gently bringing your palms together, warming up, energizing, and placing it over your face, eyes, taking deep breaths, and gently opening your eyes when you're ready, thanking the Reiki energy for its flow, receiving in this highest energy form, to remembering who we truly are, thanking the new moon energies, and gently moving your shoulders, stretching your arms, your legs, becoming aware of your body from head to toes, with a smile on your face, coming back into the present moment. And if you got some water, hydrate yourself. Welcome back, everyone. Let me know what you're feeling, how you felt this energy. Is there any particular part of your body you felt more than the others? What were your observations? Slowly welcoming yourself back, adjusting to the temperature, the light. I'm just going to pick a card. This is the Oracle of Portals. Let's see what the collective card comes in. Did anyone feel the heat, twitches, or nothing maybe? Still, it's something is happening beyond our consciousness. This is the card that I picked up, number 16, exit. I love the horse symbol there. It's like you're exiting and you're entering a new portal, right? So powerful. I felt in my sacral chakra. I felt the most there, and the throat as well for the collective. And interesting, you say sacral chakra, and the colors are orange here. And so much. The power is within us. When we go inwards, we really remember that part. So knowing that, like, sometimes the cards really align with what we don't understand in helping us to understand. So with the new beginnings and also closing the old doors, here is a moment of reflection that's coming through. You see from the book, if something resonates, we'll speak out. Anyone else felt anything? There's no right and wrong way of sensing when you're receiving Reiki. It's as a very individual, personal, what we are connecting, what we are ready to receive in. The power is within us. I love that. I need to never forget that. Absolutely. Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, right, since the moment we were born, we were always asked to look outside, but always the treasure was within us. And the moment we start connecting to the power within us, we always come back to you, like, what is my guide saying? What is my intuition saying? How am I feeling about this choice, decision, everything? And we stop dispersing energies and giving our own power to other things, and rather bring that scatteredness into ourselves and be more in alignment. So this card says it's time to pack up and move on. It's likely you know exactly what this is about. You have been contemplating this exit already. And if you don't understand why this card is showing up, be aware that the action you're being counseled to take may be more subtle than others. In other words, you may draw this card. It doesn't mean you should immediately leave a relationship or a job you weren't already consciously thinking about leaving. Rather, it means you should access and consider. So that's exactly what we tried to talk through the transmissions, right? Check in with your wise inner knowing about what's right for you and choose to ignore any cultural conditioning or societal expectations to the contrary. Then say goodbyes and ride off into the sunset. Yeah, there is so many advantages of the cultural conditioning, the societal expectations, but also there is equally enough disadvantages when something is not being aligned for us at this moment of time. Maybe a faith or a belief or something that has kept us safe and protected, but we are not in the same place situation. It's not going to be the same way of it, right? So we have to adapt into what do I feel aligned with right now, or do I feel called into it? And we give ourselves the permission to move forward. Hmm. How is everyone feeling? Lighter? More clarity on your intentions? More flow within yourself? I generally advise after receiving Reiki is to move, plenty of water, maybe walk bare feet on the ground. Um, and journaling is so important as well because this uncomfort that's coming through when you're journaling, you understand there is so much strength deep inside it. Hmm. And if anyone is completely new to me, give a follow. Like I'm going to schedule more events in the coming weeks, so you get a notification. And I do have quite a lot of tracks as well. Life is Magical is my podcast, and here as well, all those tracks available and some meditations guides as well to help us to remember. Most of the stuff is about remembering, right? It's nothing new there. We are only recycling into the things that we adapt, move to as, oh, yeah, this is what I need to do now. Like, okay, this has come into our path right now. So that's where I see most of the information comes from. And if you're drawn for energy exchange, most welcome to click donation. And that really helps us to thrive here. More on Insight Timer. But it's one of the things that makes us feel connected, more closer like a family, even though we are miles apart, so distant, but like feeling into the same frequency, same things that we are all wanting to reconnect back shows us like, there is such a collective feel that we are tapping into. How is everyone feeling? Some of you might be still feeling into the wanderness, wanting to come back. Might feel the heaviness in your body and the lightness too. It's completely okay. And twitches, tummy grumbling, perfectly fine. It's again reminder we are made of energy. Energy is moving through any stagnancies that we were holding up. And bring in your strength, inner power, inner strength, and show up to your dreams. Write them down even as the doors are getting open, like, rechecking with ourselves, what is my dream? What is my purpose? What is my alignment? Where am I dispersing more that I need to slow it down and take in charge of myself? So with that, rest well, take good rest, drink plenty of water, and soak up in this new moon energies. And have a fun rest of the afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. We'll see you in a week's time. Until then, take good care. Lots of love. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the world be in peace. May we shine our brightest light. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And take a good care, rest well. See you soon. Lots of love.